Hello class 7, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing fine. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to finish the clauses chapter today. Now, in our previous video lesson, we have already finished till exercise F. Now we will continue from there on. Read the following sentences. On her way to the office, she dropped her son to school. As she was going to the office, she dropped her son to school. Both the group of words in bold mean the same thing, but in sentence A, on her way is a phrase, and in the second one, it is what? A clause. Now, he overcame his problem because of his positive attitude. Because of his positive attitude is our phrase, because we don't have a finite verb there. Now in this one, he overcame his problem because he has a positive attitude. We have both the things. The subject is there, the noun he is there, and also we can see that it's starting with because, and it has which means it has a finite verb as well. So it's adverb clause. Now we are going to move ahead and finish exercise G. We have to replace each adverb phrase in bold with an adverb clause. So we are going to do that really quick. Because of his hard work, he is successful today. Since he is a hard-working person, he is successful today. So this one is already done. Now on his return home, Jeet visited the grocery store. So what we are supposed to write here? So we can write here when number I think 2 of exercise G. So we have to replace it with adverb clause. So we are going to write Jeet, number 1. Jeet visited the grocery store when he returned home. So this was not a reason, this was time. So we are going to use adverb clause used for time. Now he could not attend the meeting because of his illness. So he cannot attend the meeting because he was ill. He could not attend the meeting because he was ill. Yes, children? So because word is there, a subject is there, and a finite verb is there. So yes, our sentence is right. After their selection, the participants were asked to perform before the audience. So we can write, children, here after they got selected. After they got selected, we can either begin with this or we can add this in middle, in center. Like after they got selected, the participants were asked to perform before the audience. So you could have written otherwise as well. So you could have started from this one. The participants were asked to perform before the audience after they got selected. Okay. Now number 5. On his way to the school, John visited his grandma. So as he was going to. Yes, as he was going to the school, John visited his grandma. Yes, children, we are done with this. Now, how do we identify noun, adjective and adverb clauses? Yes, it was simple, but yet let's revise it. We should be careful while identifying whether a clause is a noun, an adjective or adverb clause. We should not be led by the introducing words used because it is not important to understand the function of a particular clause in the sentence. It is also important actually. He said that he won a prize. Now the word that has been used. Okay children? That, what did he say? So our question has to be, what did he say? He said that he won a prize. It answers the question said what? It acts as the object of the verb said. He lost the bag that he had purchased. So now that is the bag actually. So noun will be there. So this is going to be the noun clause. He was so tired. Now how much tired? What was making him tired? The cause. So this one has to be. Now see, he lost the bag that he had purchased. So it is referring, it is describing the noun bag. So that bag he lost. Which one? That bag. So here we see it's adjective clause. And now he was so tired that he collapsed. So why? It's giving us the reason. So that he collapsed. So the word that is not important. It is important what it is functioning like. It has to function like what? It has to function like any three of them, like noun, adjective or adverb. He showed the house where he was born. So where he was born, here it's what? Adjective clause. And in second one, the boy sleeps where he wants. So it's telling us about, it is actually telling us about sleep and not, it is not describing the boy. So this way we can identify. Now let's do this last exercise, then we will be moving ahead with simple, complex and compound sentences. So exercise H, we have to identify. Now this is on page number 83. Number 1. The house that is visible. So children, it's describing the noun, right? That is visible. So it has to be our adjective clause. The first one has to be our adjective clause. Number 2. As soon as the boys came in, the noise began. So when did the noise began? When it happened. So the noise began as soon as the boys came. So as soon as is adverb here. Adverb clause. Number 3. I forgot what you asked me to do. So it's actually what? It's telling us what did it forget? So noun clause. What did he forget or she forget? Noun clause. So it's answering the question what? Number 4. The bicycle which Rani is riding is mine. So like here see what is Rani riding actually? So here it has to be what? It has to be noun clause. It's because it's describing the noun, so it can be adverb as well, so adjective as well. So it's describing the noun, so adjective clause. Number 5. Our friends had arrived when we got home. So this is adverb because it's telling us when. So adverb clause, 5th one. Number 6. They saw the mob that gathered. So describing the mob, adjective. Number 7. Use the paintbrush as I showed you. So as, the manner. So manner is always adverb, showing us the manner of using the paintbrush. The comparer announced that Elena was the winner. What did the comparer announce? So noun clause. When the question is answering, when what is being answered, So we are going to use noun clause. The chief guest who gave away the prize. So describing the chief guest. Number 9. Sorry, the number 9 we missed. The picture that was drawn by Elena. So describing again the picture. So adjective clause. And number 10. The chief guest who. So again we are describing the noun. So adjective clause. Okay children, so we are done with this last exercise. Now we can move ahead with the next chapter, the different types of sentences. So children, you might think that ma'am, we had learned in our first chapter only what are the different kinds of sentence. But children, in that chapter, we had learned about the various kind of sentences according to their function. Okay, now we are going to study about sentences according to the structure they have. Because without knowing finite verbs, I could not have taught you this chapter in the previous, like in the first chapter. So we are going to continue and actually try to just summarize this chapter in this video lesson. Okay, so that you might get an idea. Now we are going to study about sentences. Simple, compound and complex. Yes, sentence, simple, compound and complex. So children, I will just be helping you with identifying these things. Okay, won't be telling you much. So now in simple sentences, in simple kind of sentences, we know that it will be having only one finite verb. Okay, so if I say Sheena sat in the park on the wooden bench, not the pond. So not noticing the squirrel near her feet. So children, see here, the sentence has only one finite verb. So now you know that how to identify finite verbs. Now with this, you may have a lot of non-finite verb. Noticing like here in this sentence is a non-finite verb because it is acting what? It is acting as an obviously a gerund, right? So though the sentence is long, it is a simple sentence. We would not see the length and decide whether the sentence is complex, simple. We have to understand that simple sentences will be having only one finite verb. Now moving to see here, this example is there. Sheena and Neha, this sentence have two subjects. It's possible we can have as many subjects as we want, but we have to have only one finite verb. Now Sheena saw a squirrel and a sparrow. So squirrel and a sparrow are object. Yes children, animals can be objects as well. So squirrel and a sparrow is our object. Now both sentences have one finite verb each. So they are simple sentences. Now next sentence, let's read. Sheena sat in the park. Now we have two different subjects placed at different ends. Now Sheena sat in the park and the children is again subject, played on the swings. So yes, we have two infinite verbs. These sentences consist of two clauses like Sheena sat in the park and the children played on the swings. So you see, when two clauses are there and it is joined by a conjunction and, so we can give equal importance, and such clauses when they can form independent sentences. Okay, so they are the main clauses. Okay, each clause is of equal importance and make complete sense on its own. Neither of these clauses depend on the other clause. Such clauses are called main clause or principal clause. Okay, so when you see that you have two finite verbs and two different subjects talking about the finite verb or telling the action to be done. So now a sentence which has two or main clauses is called a compound sentence. Now let's see. The children played on the swings and the children and Sheena sat on the park. So it can be mixed or it can be joined with the use of and. A sentence which is made up of two or more principal or main clauses is called a compound sentences. The clauses of a compound sentences are called coordinate clauses. Now see, so Yes, the coordinate clauses of a compound sentences are joined by coordinating conjunctions. So how are these separate? Like what did I tell you? Let me tell you first. So I have told you they are made of two or more principal clauses. I am talking about compound sentences. Okay, two or more principal or main clause. Yes. Now it has also been told that these individual parts, if there is one clause and other clause and it is joined by suppose and. So here is first clause and it is second clause. If they are joined by and, these two are known as coordinating clauses. So the coordinate clause, which was what? The clauses of a compound sentences. So we have seen here Sheena sat in the park, the children played on the swings. They are known as what? They are known as coordinating clauses. And they are joined by coordinating conjunctions like words like yet, but, or, only, for, therefore and so on. Now coordinate is okay with complex. Now we are moving ahead with compound. In that one you will be reading about subordinate clauses. Now read the following sentences given below. Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. Now in some sentences, children, you won't be able to form different what? You cannot make independent sentences. Like Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. Clause A, that means this one, Sheena sat in the park, can be making a separate sentence on its own. But because it was pleasant is not making a complete sentence. That means it is not forming, it is not able to form a complete sentence. So it will make sense but not complete one. Now a sentence which is made up of a principal clause, one principal clause will be there. One principal clause is any clause which is making complete sense on its own. Okay, but one or more subordinate clauses, that means the other clauses will be not will be obviously depending on the principal clause to form its meaning. So they are known as complex sentence. So Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant is a complex sentence. Now the second clause does not convey a complete meaning. This is another way to find whether a sentence is compound or complex. Okay, so we have one exercise to do. Let's finish this quickly. Exercise A, page number 86. So what we need to do, read the following sentences and take the correct option to state their kind. So we have to identify the sentence. I saw the children participating in the quiz. So I saw the children, okay, participating in the quiz. This is very much what, children? Because we have only one finite verb here. So this is simple. We have only saw and participating is not a finite verb. Simple sentence. Okay. Number 2. Rohit is an intelligent boy with a good grasping power. Yes. So we see again we have, this is simple only because we have only one verb. Number 3 now. Reena didn't like the pudding but she ate the preparation. So see here, but is used, coordinate clauses, coordinate conjunctions are used. So it has to be what? Compound. Okay, compound sentence. Number 4, it was difficult puzzle. Okay, 4, the children rushed inside because it started to rain. Again, children, it's a complex. Yes, it's a complex because it's being added. Compound. So compound sentence. Number 5, it was difficult puzzle but Rohit could solve it. So now see this one, but Rohit could solve it. It's not making a sense of its own, it's depending. So complex. This one is complex because this one is depending the Second clause is depending on the first clause. Number 6. Mrs. Gupta didn't like the painting but she bought the masterpiece. Now see, Mrs. Gupta didn't like the painting. It can be formed, but she bought the masterpiece. She bought the masterpiece together. So yes, compound, because both can stand individually. Both can be the principal verb connected with conjunction. Now 7. Okay, 7 we have already done. Okay, in the sixth one, it's simple, very simple. This one is compound. Number 8. The dog was hungry. Simple. Was is one finite verb, so simple. Number 9. The teacher knew that the children were talkative. So so we have, see, the first clause is depending on the second one. So yes, it's a compound one. Number 10. He must exercise regularly or he will have health problems. He must exercise regularly. He will have health problems. Two separate principal clauses, so can be used together. 11. The town was beautiful and the people were generous. So the town was beautiful is a separate clause, principal clause, and the people were generous is the different one. So this is also compound. Number 12. The government was in tight spot as there was food shortage in the country. Okay, so this one is also, actually children, this has to be compound because the first clause is depending on the second clause. It's a complex one. Complex. Number 13. The relief team reached on time and it helped the earthquake victims. So yes, this is compound. Number 14. He can come first if he swims faster. So it will be complex because it is depending on the other one. Number 15. She drove the car carefully but the car met with an accident. Okay, both are individuals, so yes, principal clauses are there, so it has to be compound. Now children, I hope you are done with this. We can just erase the first one. Now 16. She was uncomfortable because of dust allergy. This is complex because the second sentence is second clause is depending on the first one. 17. They rowed the boat fast and reached the shore safely. So this is children also complex because the second one is depending on the first one. So we are done with this chapter as well. I hope you understood this, children. We can discuss this in your online class as well. So for today we are done. We will meet again with another video lesson in our next chapter. So in our next video lesson, till then children, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.